Debbie, can you fire off some bomb-ass tweets?
Bomb-assing away.
I just want to look at Joel's face. He hates it. He hates it.
You don't
Did
like
you
that
make
word,
that up?
Joel?
Because I appreciate that if you made it up.
No, other people have said that before, but usually
You don't
in a
like
jokey
that word?
way.
Bomb-ass?
Bomb ass. Like tweets can never be bomb ass. Like it's never a thing.
What is bomb-ass, Joel? I mean, what type of things would be bomb-ass?
Bomb ass, I think.
Are we live? We
Bomb
need to
ass
go
would be
live.
like
Yeah,
doing,
we're live.
camera.
I think doing a kickflip like
Sorry, I was looking at something on the other
So
screen.
awkward.
over something I don't
You
know,
don't
something
have to look.
amazing, like
Stop
over a
victim
fire
blaming.
pit or something. Like, dude, that
I'm
is
just gonna
bomb
close
ass.
today.
Joel, what were you saying about a fire pit?
I was saying bomb ass is a skateboarder doing a kickflip over a like a bonfire or something like that. Okay, that's bomb ass. But if tweet can't be bomb ass because you just click enter and then it posts something digitally, like that's not bomb ass.
Have you seen that tweet, Joel, where Hillary Clinton told Donald Trump to delete his Twitter account?
No.
That was pretty bomb-ass.
He got him again. Look at him go.
Joel, just think how cool it's gonna be one day, like when we're just cruising around in the Spider. Because you'll totally go with the ride with me one day. We're just cruising around, like the leaves are falling, everything looks great. I just pull something out of the door pocket, just rip, huge cloud, just right into the cockpit. We're going too fast. You can't jump out. What are you gonna do?
Ooh, are you hotboxing at high speed? High speed hotbox?
Hotboxing?
Oh no, Joel.
Like a hotbox, that's lights,
Aw.
and you use it to light up stuff to film, like hotbox, right?
That's a light box.
Hotboxing is also a light box. Hotboxing is when you lock yourself like, in a vehicle or a closet or some small enclosed space and you fill it with smoke, usually of the hallucinogenic or the mind-altering variety, and so it fills the entire area with it, and it's like a super strong experience, or so I've heard.
But how do you hotbox with vaping? Like, there's nothing. It's like, oh my gosh, the banana's
Well, it's
ripping me
people
crazy.
wishing they were smoking hot, but they're not edgy enough to. I mean,
Yeah, but okay. I mean, that's fine, but still, that's not hotboxing with vape. That's essentially taking a shower. I mean, that's taking a shower. There's so much steam. I'm hotboxing in a shower.
You're hotboxing yourself with water.
In fact, I have more steam. It probably is a lot better for you to just take a shower instead of vaping.
Yeah, it's better for you to do that than hotbox. Nobody's denying taking care of yourself is better than smoking.
Still though, can we just go back for a second and officially add that to the Joelism list, where hotboxing is when you set up lights for a product photo shoot? that is such a Joelism.
Speaking of which, Joel, I know doing this in the warm-up is probably not the best time to ask. We got to send out our stupid thing for this month.
Yeah.
I had an idea I want to run past you. 'Cause this is a gift that could keep giving.
I do have a easel now, like to be able to paint.
You should come over and you and Hope can watercolor sometime.
Okay, I was gonna just record
wanna
myself
play.
painting something.
Okay, that would be awesome, Joel.
Yeah, I can do that.
I have another idea. It could be a month later or something.
Oh,
We
cool.
could make a background, a computer background with pictures of you with quotes. Kind of like the background of the month.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll let you approve the quotes because there's some that like maybe we don't send out, and then there's some that
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
funny. You know, we don't
Yeah,
want all
Joel,
of
what's
your
your favorite
winners out
Assassin's Creed game again? Locke in chat already brought it up, so I had to just keep bringing it up.
there. All right, so after 15 minutes, my computer, I'm running the memory stress test, Dave. All 4 cores sitting under 57 degrees Celsius, no errors.
It doesn't mean anything.
I know, that's the problem. I played Battlefield, I rendered videos, I did all kinds of stuff yesterday. And then today, I was just working on something it was like 4 in the afternoon, too, or 3:30 in the afternoon. It was like, hey buddy, guess what? Blue screen. And then as soon as I got to the login screen again, it was like, blue screen, blue screen. I did a system restore. I was like, nah, bro, those are just jokes. We can't actually do those. Blue screen. It really sucks because if it would just break, if it would just stink and break, I don't even care what it is. It can be the most expensive part in the computer. Just do it. It's been a month
Yeah,
of
make it
interrupting my
obvious.
productivity. It's been a month of interrupting my productivity. My computer right now, the side is off. There are 2 fans on the CPU cooler. One of them is laying on top of the graphics card, blowing air at nothing. Apparently, Dave, I've got lights and stuff in my case I wasn't aware of. My motherboard has like a lighting scheme a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. This is more tech podcast stuff, but Joel likes these stories, so I think we'll go ahead and hit it in the warm-up here. I think it would be a great idea. I'm putting together a server for my friend Mason to use for backing up his photography stuff. He needs something that can just sit like in one location, always connected to the internet for when he's out traveling with his laptop. He can't be on Wi-Fi enough for it to back everything up. He's got like 3 terabytes of storage in his laptop. So I thought I'd take
Sound muted. Sound
spare
resumed.
socket 775 and put them together and make a computer. So Mason bought like the case and the power supply and stuff and mailed them to me. I put it together. So Dave, yesterday I was resurrecting a socket 775, and man, have we gotten spoiled by modern computing.
Yeah. I remember those things.
The CMOS battery was dead, which took a couple minutes to diagnose. And then John gave me 8 memory sticks, DDR2 memory sticks, and said one of these is bad, but they're all identical looking. So go figure, it was the first one I tried was the bad one. So that wasn't too long to diagnose. So the computer was on for 5 minutes, poking around in the BIOS, making sure everything looked good, and then it just shut off. Like, no, that didn't restart or blue screen, it just stopped being on. So I restarted it, it was on for like 10 seconds and shut off again. So I was like, well, that's weird. So I go into System Monitor, and the CPU is at 106 degrees Celsius. So I was like, that's high. So I turned it off and popped it off. It was a Arctic cooler. It was actually one of the very, very similar CPU cooler to the one that's in the potato masher. Bless you.
That was
So-
John. Sorry.
And it was like a little aluminum blocks cheapo CPU cooler. And the dot of thermal paste was only still small right in the middle, like it didn't get a good seal. So I took it apart. I cleaned everything. New thermal paste. I spread it with a card this time. Like I did the old school method. I figured maybe the motherboard slots were weird or something. Like maybe the thickness wasn't right. So I clamped it back together. It ran for 2 hours, shut off again, having the same problem. I took it back apart, put an old Intel stock cooler on. The only thing that Intel has properly maintained backwards compatibility for is that crappy stock cooler. I think works on everything they've ever made. And I popped that on. It's been totally fine ever since then. Yeah, it was like, yeah. After I got everything up and going and that creaky old beast started lumbering around, it's great. Totally fine.
It is a quad core 775.
Oh, no, that was another thing. I put a 4 terabyte drive in it. I forgot you can't use over 2 terabytes with an old conventional BIOS.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to unplug it, install Windows, plug it back in, convert it to a master boot record, and then I could get it all visible in Windows. Otherwise, it just read it as a 2 terabyte drive. So now it's working.
It's just
I'm
your
super
week,
excited.
isn't it?
It is. It's just my week. Also, the exhaust rattle in the Spider is getting loud. I took it out for I need to go for a drive or I'll lose my mind drive today, and went great. A lot of fun. I wish the fall was like 8 months long.
I know, right? Although, on the note of things going wrong, I was so mad. Today's the podcast. Heater's been on all day. Lights are on. Doors closed. It's hot and stuffy in here. The air conditioner is still out of commission right now. It's 85 degrees outside. Only today. Tomorrow, 70s and then 60s again for the highs for the next week. Today was the 185 degree day like this month.
Oh, when's the guy gonna be able to come back out and take a look at the PC?
Trying to get a hold of him still. He's a small contractor, so he's pretty busy.
Is the window unit back business?
No, I ran the one in the main part of the house for a bit today. It's not. I'm not suffering. Like, it's cool enough outside now, but
It still sucks though. It should be the
It's-
time of year where you
it's
just leave the
stuffy.
windows open.
yeah. Well, I think we were playing Battlefield a few nights ago, and I was like, oh, I'll open the window just to help the hot air like vent out of the room because it's getting kind of stuffy without the AC going. Seeing the whole system's down. Open the window. I'm like, oh yeah, it's had a window unit in it for 4 years. There's no screen in this window. Swarm of moths instantly through the window. I had to like find the screen out back behind the house and like prop it up because it's bent, of course.
Joel, how's everything going over at your place?
Yeah,
this week?
yeah, Joel, tell us. Oh, actually, Joel, tell us what happened this morning for you.
Oh no, what happened?
The bathtub or just like the shower just leaking, and it just like wouldn't stop spewing out hot water, like burning hot water. So I ended up just staying home, to make sure it got fixed. So yeah, there was a couple broken like washers and stuff on the various parts and stuff, so they had to fix. It took a while to kind of figure out where it was broken. So, but it's working now. But I was like, dang it. It was just literally steaming up. It was turning into a hot box shower room.
In a way, it was.
Now, Joel, do you know where the water cutoff is for your apartment? Do you have one you can access?
I can. I tried a few of them. Like, for some reason, there's one that's way back behind, and it was actually like the tubes were freaking hot. So, but I was gonna do more, but the guy was. I got someone come over within probably about 45 minutes. He checked a little bit, and then he got a call that someone else, like they're in like someone else's house down the road, was like spewing water like everywhere. Like something really broke like in the ceiling. He's like, "Hey, I'll be back in like 30 minutes." He's like, "This is like gonna ruin their house." I was like, "Yeah, just go ahead."
Yeah, seriously, that's
Yeah, they
that's
came
terrifying.
back. So
Isn't
all
that
good.
the nice thing about renting, though? You just call somebody else, have them deal with it.
yeah.
I don't rent, and with the two houses on the property, our house feeds directly off the line in the main house. So if I need to shut off our water, I have to like go outside to the other house's cellar and like hit the disconnect there. I know where it is. I can get to it pretty quick, but like it's like snowing or something, and like a pipe burst. I'm like out in the weather, running across the yard to cut the house off.
Has everyone here seen There Will Be Blood?
No.
Oh, anyways, there's a scene when like the oil just gets lit on fire and the oil rig or whatever is spewing out fire and everything. Stop it. So, like one of the scenes is him like running around with his hammer and just smacking down these things that collapses in on itself to like put it out. And I just picture that with him with Dave's house, just outside like hammering these giant like beams that crash down onto it to like eventually put it out.
He's shirtless. There's
Yeah.
fire in the background.
Yeah.
Raining. He's like, we
I mean-
can't give up this land.
I own my property. I can do that. The water, the fire, it's my land. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired.
Something.
You wanna?
Yeah, that was a on Beast World was like, hey, here's an unskippable ad. Here's an unmutable, unskippable ad.
No, I'm
Here are
broadcasting.
both our middle fingers.
Debbie, I'm level 13.
Wait, are you asking me?
Skyrim now.
Me too.
Nice.
We're twins.
We just took a left turn there. I was saying, Jeremiah, we can't hear your ads because I'm broadcasting.
It was playing on my main piece of speakers were coming through.
Oh,
I heard
gotcha.
him.
Okay,
guys
sorry.
ready to-
You guys want to go ahead? Yeah, let's get this thing going.
And is that
Let's
the
do
mic you're
this.
recording with too?
That's what I got.
It just sounds like it's so puffy. It's like
Oh, I can. Down. How's this?
yeah, that would help a lot.
Is that better?
Yeah, it totally
Okay.
sounds like, all right, guys, we're getting ready to play Arma. You know, it has that.
Don't pay. Most of the Arma people have great mics, Joel.
Well, I'm not talking about,
more
I'm
like,
not talking
let's
about
play
bad
Rocket League
mics.
on
I'm
the
just saying, like, it
PS4.
has that, like, you're gaming right now, which
Yeah,
is fine,
yeah.
but
Is
it
it
just
better
sounds
now?
like it sounds like I should be, like, covering your ass and
Anytime.
in a tank.
I
I didn't have the word after that. I should have probably waited until I had the right word. So
I
I'm
should be-
covering your ass.
In honey.
In honey,
Wait, no.
yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
I'm covering
doesn't
the
sound better.
bomb.
That doesn't help at all, man.
Perfect.
All right,
No,
let's
does
do
this sound better? Mic sound better?
Yeah.
You guys are
Sounds much
lagging so bad. Oh my
You're
gosh.
lagging so bad.
He's
All right.
all the
Jeremiah
internet
should be
is
lagging.
out
He's got
there.
his gaming headset for the best possible gaming performance.
Debbie and I are both on Wi-Fi. How many good decisions can we make? All right, Joel, you got time codes?
Go.
All right. On 3. 1, 2. Wait, somebody just knocked on the door? No? Oh, sorry. I thought you just
I
heard a
heard.
door knock.
I heard something. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Sorry, 1 second.
I guess
Okay.
we're not going to get to play Battlefield tonight, Joel.
No. We're still going to go over Battlefield. I started recording on my main PC. There's a very good chance it's not going to make it the whole time, but if it does, then I'll have a better quality mic. Okay.
Debbie, those joints sound crinky.
My chair is just all sorts of creaks.
Crinky, Dave?
Crinky.
With
Yeah,
a-
it's
Crinky.
really crinky.
That's how I say out here in Tennessee.
I tell you
I'm
what.
trying not to move at all.
Okay, let's actually do this. Train wreck.
It is
On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, you guys ready to go live for the warm-up?
Yeah.
I hope everybody on stream enjoyed that nice soft fade. Joel, if you're not watching the stream, you should watch this nice soft transition that's coming up here, courtesy of the new OBS Studio.
Oh, there's a new app or something.
A version of OBS, which is what we use to stream. The studio version just has like more cool options and stuff.
Oh, cool.
I'm
Honestly,
excited to
it's
try it
not, like,
now.
that cool. But what is cool about it, and Joel, I know you will be excited about this. Normally, my computer gets hit pretty hard while we're recording everything and streaming and stuff. But OBS Studio can record using NVENC, which is NVIDIA's codec that they use for shadow play. So basically, my GPU is doing the encode now, and my
That's pretty
CPU
cool.
is only getting hit like 30-40%, where some nights it's at like 1,000 or 100. It's not at 1,000.
9,000%.
That was definitely an exaggeration, and I apologize.
What poor journalism.
What, like calling the election early? Oh, just had to make one of those jokes. Now I'm done.
Let's have some exit polls about Jeremiah's CPU stats.
They're all gonna be wrong.
So, some happy news. Since pulling that RAM, I have not had a single blue screen, unexpected shutdown, anything.
Yay!
I am. That sounded so sarcastic, and I believe
No, that wasn't
I
actually meant
believe
to. It was
it
just
wasn't.
very lazily, but I
Yeah,
actually meant a yay. I just realized I put my hands kind of like yay.
I know, like Joel's my friend. He wouldn't really say it like that, but man.
No, I know the troubles.
No.
I know that
it's good.
feeling.
I know the troubles.
Oh, they're saying that they can't hear you guys. Can one of you say something?
Dave talks.
Yeah,
Dave check. Check.
you're popping through.
Joel check. Something inappropriate right here. Here it is. Joel check.
I know the troubles.
Well, I will just make a little tweak to your audio, and we'll see if you guys pop up at some point.
You're playing with that. Let me see if I can reach what I picked up today. So these were like, I'd say 7 times bigger than I was expecting.
Oh, that's not that big at all. It's the same size as mine.
That is the speaker compared to my head.
Yeah, those aren't even that big.
These are my old speakers. I can get it over here without knocking everything everywhere. Look at it
It's like,
singing.
Do you
Rattling
want me to
about.
explain why it's better?
Because you put more money into them. That's all I know so far.
Those are only $50 for that pair of speakers. That's dirt cheap for a good pair of speakers.
Yeah, I'm just size comparison compared to my old ones, which are like I think 4 watts. Very exciting. How
Now
much are
we
these?
can-
I don't even know.
Oh, that's not how that works. You mean how much they can handle? Because your other ones, okay. Those are the Pioneer BS21.
Oh, it says 80 watts in the back. There we go.
So the thing about wattage is actually it doesn't really mean anything. 10 watts going through a tweeter could like give you a headache. It'd be so loud. 10 watts going through a subwoofer would be barely enough for it to matter. So
Gotcha.
wattage is really like when you see any sound equipment that feels the need to list the watts on it is kind of crap because unless it's like the technical specs. But I mean, if they like write it on the box, 100 watt computer sound system, that doesn't mean anything.
Gotcha. Well, that's interesting to know because those Logitech speakers definitely had the wattage front and center.
Yep.
It was like 90 watt system in total. I think it was more than that though, because with the subwoofer it was more. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and most of that wattage is the subwoofer. Honestly, 5 watts into each of those little speakers would be more than enough for any volume you run at. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, those Pioneers should sound pretty decent. I'm assuming they're old enough. They've probably been broken in. Like, do they look like they're in good shape?
They look like they're almost brand new. Like
Okay.
they're in great shape. So.
Because when I got mine, they were very shrill. Like they were uncomfortably shrill in the high range until they broke in. And now they sound great.
Nice.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
those speakers have to take time to break in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, like when you get it's like breaking in a car engine too. When you get a big sub, especially, they'll often run them at low volumes, running like frequency sweeps for 24 or 48 hours just to get all the materials loosened up before you really start pushing them. Same thing with regular speakers. Anytime I did an install at one of my old jobs, like when I was replacing just sound equipment at the venue, I would just take the speaker and take it to like the faraway building and lock it in a room and hook some stuff up to it and like carry a little amp around and then just run it for like 48 hours.
Oh man.
Just to wear it in. So it's pretty normal. And a lot of them, like, oh, these headphones took like maybe 25 hours to start sounding right. Like they sound a little shrill at first and then they wear in for a while. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably talked about this about a minute longer than it was interesting, but
Well, it's important to know, just like with cars, I occasionally, stretch the Civic out, take too long making my coffee. I got to really push it getting to work, let that 1.7 liter just, well, not roar, snarl maybe.
is it a 1.7?
I think it's a 1.7. Yeah.
I thought you had a 1.8. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's my car that has the 1.8.
Yeah. I put it into drive D. And just I put the pedal like further back than usual, and
My little brother just got a pickup truck on Craigslist, and it's a F-150. It's the same year as my dad's GMC Sierra, so they have two competing full size pickups same year. And I was helping wash his truck the other day, and he doesn't really care about cars that much. Like this wasn't a big deal to him at all. But he was like,
Yeah.
this badge on the side, 5.7 liter Vortec V8. Hey, Dad, isn't your truck's like a 5.3 liter? Is that right? 5.3? Dad was like, I don't care. He's like, I think it is the 5.3, and this is the 5.7. By the end of like the giant Cadillac convertible phase, like the Boss Hog Cadillac phase of American cars, I think their top end convertible was 800 cubic inches of displacement. So I'm not sure how many liters that translates to, but it's probably like 9 liters or something. And it made like 190 horsepower, like just because engine technology kind of sucked.
oh my gosh! According to Google, that is 13 liters.
That's power right there, boy.
If you ever need to just drive across country with only 90 stops for gas,
That's the
really
power of
fast.
America. So I'm thinking, since I haven't had any blue screens or anything, I'm gonna give it another few days, and then I think I can reliably say it was the RAM.
Yeah,
I'll
I'd say
do a
so.
warranty replacement, and then I might just go ahead and sell all of my RAM and upgrade to like 2666, because my motherboard supports as fast as you can possibly get for DDR3 RAM. Yeah, I might just go ahead and step up because actually it doesn't really sell for that much more.
Does it really matter though for DDR3?
Well, it definitely didn't used to, but DDR3 eventually got faster. And from some tests I've seen other people do, and I want to do them myself, is on older hardware or with some older programs, it can start making a difference. Like apparently the difference between 1333 and 1600 doesn't really matter. The difference between 1333 and 2666 could actually be significant for some programs, most notably things like Photoshop and Premiere, which
that makes sense. Yeah.
definitely matters to me. So, and honestly, the price difference is almost nothing.
Oh, yeah.
I should be able to sell my 32 gigs for around $110, and RAM is up right now. So even if I don't get anything on sale, I think I can get another 32 of the fast stuff for like 140. So
That's not bad at all.
not bad at all. Joel, why don't you talk about something you care about?
I was just actually looking up some a news thing I found earlier, but I lost the link.
Okay.
But I just found it. So,
Bonobo
someone
has a new
eat-
song on Spotify. Sorry, I interrupted.
oh yeah, I am very excited about that. I already
you listen to it?
I already ordered the. Oh, have I listened to it? wait.
I
Do you
didn't
mean
know how
new
new
as
it
in like
was.
today?
very recently. I didn't see if it was today or not.
No, because I sent you one, like the day it
When?
came out.
You sent me a Tycho.
No, that was Bonobo.
Was it Bonobo?
Yeah.
Maybe it was the same one.
That's probably it.
Okay.
No, I've already got ordered the special edition vinyl and everything else.
Speaking
My
of
collection.
Special edition. Their PlayStation is really interested in one particular game this holiday season. They'd like you to take a look at. Tiny PlayStation picture, Call of Duty. Tiny PlayStation picture, Call of Duty. Also, on the side of the box, this is probably not good TV
No, I can
right
see.
here.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
The power cord is a standard PC power cable now. It is
Yeah,
not.
I noticed that.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
like
cool.
isn't it like the UPC or OPC or something like that?
It actually kind of sucks because that means I can't just swap the cables when I bring it over into my room, into my office. I'm just gonna have
Right.
to-
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, between both PS4s.
Yeah. Did my camera just get really bland looking?
Yeah,
No.
it got dark. I think
Well-
because you held it up close and it may be auto exposed for that.
It needs to right light itself.
Something like that,
Yeah,
probably.
you're a little bit off there.
Cool.
I'm pretty excited actually to play the new Call of Duty.
I'm
Not
hearing
in a rush
very
yet,
conflicting things. PC Gamer gave it a 48.
Yep.
The campaign?
The
game.
game as a whole.
Huh.
Apparently,
Apparently, the single
a lo-
player is pretty good.
A lot of opinions that I'm starting to hear from people are maybe this is the year where Call of Duty just isn't doing it anymore. I honestly don't have an opinion on that, but
Apparently, the player bases are already like 1/3 of the previous game.
Oh man, I was actually playing Titanfall right before I got on here, and I actually couldn't get into a multiplayer match. I was trying. I was sitting around for a while. I was like, "Oh man, come on, don't be
I
this
haven't-
slow."
I haven't heard any complaints about that. I wonder, is that like a server issue or
I
were they
don't,
doing
I don't know. I
maintenance
mean,
or
I clicked on a couple different fine games, just the standard options like that I played from the beta, and I was just sitting there, and it was like finding 10, 11, down to one person again. I did that a few times. I mean, I waited for about a minute on each screen, and then I was like, all right, I'll try a different mode.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it takes like a minute and 10 seconds. So I was right at the moment it was about to like join.
someone was saying that in the comments in the BF1 video that they were having that same problem with PS4 for BF1. Have you gotten BF1 on PS4 yet?
Mm.
Okay, I was curious if I had no issues when I was recording with it, like it was in perfectly fast. So I don't know.
Tyler says the sales are down. The sales are down a lot more on this one because this is the first Call of Duty or one of the biggest ones that launched that didn't have any support for 360 or the PS3 or any of that. So it's only the new gen. So that is a huge market loss, like
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's like what 50 million different like Xbox 360 or whatever out there. If people are still so it's a potential
Between
of that.
between
So,
Xbox 360
yeah.
and PS3, I mean, it
It's
was
a
over,
lot.
like between the two of them, it was probably like 120 million. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a huge market. So, it's obviously going to be less now because I think more people are starting to switch over. But
yeah. All right, you guys want to go ahead and start this?
yeah, let's do it.
All right, Joel, do you have a voice ready?
Do I have a voice ready? Oh, do we have a?
We do.
Ooh,
He's
Sure.
paying for your short film dreams to come true. All right, you guys ready to start?
Let's do it.
All right, Joel, do you have time?
I do.
Dang it, sorry, I need another drink of water here. I just got one drink and it just wasn't doing it. Oh yeah, that'll do it.
That's refreshing.
That was the right amount of water.
For that
This
large
Is the
Jeremiah.
right amount of water.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
there
glad
it
it's
is.
not a San Pelli or whatever you're calling it.
No, that's a LaCroix apricot.
San Pelli, as we like to call it, the Orange Judas.
The orange juice.
I like that.
All right. On three. 1, 2, 3. Yep. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Your timing of the 1, 2, 3s, man. It's like 1, 2, 3. It's
I don't think it was quite that
It's not
bad.
that much, but it's out of rhythm. Like 1.
It does
and
keep me
two,
on the
and
edge of my
3.
seat. Like
yeah, every single time I'm like,
oh,
okay, there you said it.
All right, we're going live for the warm up.
How do I turn it?
We're now live for the warm up.
For the warm up, I've got a little work story to share. That's Joel's fault. Had a fun meeting about trying out some new software today. We were walking back. I was talking to my supervisor on the way back, and we were talking about some other software I've been doing some documentation for, like going through, how it works and whatnot. And I was explaining, what I've been learning about the other software. Like, yeah, I've really been, whenever I could, just sinking my teeth into it. But I said it like this. I was like, yeah, whenever I could, I've been really sinking my teeth into it. I like trailed off. And he looked at me. I was like, yeah, Joel's got me like second guessing every single turn of phrase these days. Like, I'm like, that is it, right? Sinking my teeth into it. He's like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, okay, good. Man, I'm just like,
I'm making you worry about, like, wait a second, is that the phrase?
Like, I'm really just ripping my teeth off into this new software. Like, that's not, no.
Like, what's the phrase? Like, like, is it by the skin of my teeth, right? The skin
Yeah.
Yes.
But by the skin of my teeth. But what does that mean, though?
That's got a weird story behind it, if I remember correctly.
Because there's no skin on your teeth. Like, what is that? Does it just mean like shaving so close that you're skinning your teeth now?
Google it real quick, because from what I remember, there is actually a weird origin story behind that turn of
By
phrase.
the skin of my teeth meeting. I only got away by the skin of my teeth. He won, but only by the skin of his teeth. Translations. Wait. I need to know this. After Shakespeare, a prolific coiner of new words, the King James translation of the Bible has been the biggest source of phrases in English. By the skin of one's teeth is one of them, meaning narrowly or barely, and referring usually to a narrow escape from disaster. The phrase comes from the book of Job. Oh, I didn't know. In which Job is subject to horrible trials by Satan to be relieved only by... Precise phrase Job uses slightly different. My bone cleaveth to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. I did not know that.
Skin. Sorry, what?
Actually, exactly what the skin of one's teeth might be is not entirely clear, and there have been many theories put forward. It's like a whole theory goop.
I knew there was a weird origin story behind it.
That's
Book of
crazy.
Job. So actually, I guess we still really don't know then.
Cue the UFO music. What's that?
It's got to be something like way back when someone's writing down the book of Job, and it's like, what really describes what he went through? Like, oh, you know what all the kids are saying these days, by the skin of your teeth. Everyone will always understand that. right. That's the hippest slang on the block.
I just got my RMA approved for my G-Skill RAM.
Nice.
So when it comes back, I think I may go ahead and move up to like 2666, because I don't think I'm going to move off this processor for a while, unless Intel like gets off their butt and actually makes stuff faster.
I don't think
RMA is
benefit.
like a return thing, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I haven't had any blue screen since I pulled that RAM out. How long has it been, Dave? Like 2 weeks, maybe?
It's been 2 weeks now, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it was probably that. So I'm going to RMA it and get another 16 back from him.
Is that a printer behind you? Or to your right?
Yep.
How often do you use a printer? I'm just curious.
I've had that printer for about 3 years. How often do I use it? I use it more as a scanner than a printer, to be honest.
I figured that.
but no, because I scan in everything all our invoices and medical paperwork and insurance and anything like that. So I don't have to keep the paper stuff. But no, I probably print something once or twice a week.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. It's funny, we get a printer like once every 3-4 years, and instead of buying new ink, we just get a new printer. It's literally cheaper.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I probably print out more stuff than you do, because I got it for business.
Yeah,
reasons,
we do like one paper a year, and then the rest is scanning.
I got a cheap business laser printer, which makes a huge difference, because the drivers, they just work. The printer just works. It doesn't come with a little like print shop thing. Goes, do you want to design greeting cards? Do you want to buy more ink?
Ooh, those programs are so good though. Those programs.
Are they?
What was it? What's the name of that one? It's definitely not Photoshop. It was like Print Studio Pro. Corel. Was it Corel? I think. Did you ever use Corel?
I used Corel Word Perfect.
Yeah, Corel Word Perfect. Ooh.
No, But yeah, it does its job. I open up Acrobat and I can scan stuff. I don't have to use their stupid proprietary print software. I open up any other program, I can print. It does double-sided, it prints super fast. It's still in the first thing a toner. Like, it's an awesome printer. But yeah, I don't have like high-end printer needs or anything.
Nah, I mean, I didn't think so, but it's interesting.
But I mean, it was only like $120, I think. I mean, I don't know how much you spend on printers in like a 5 or 6 year period, but a laser printer with a good scanner might actually be cheaper.
Yeah, I was excited when we got our first new printer in like, I think since 2007 or so. I got our last one when we were in college still. And when we had the second desk in here, it was just this huge like 2x2 block of printer just taking up desk space on the second desk. And now that the desk is out of here, I got one of those like little wireless ones, laser, I guess. And it's just on the bookshelf and it's awesome. It's just out of the way. The only cable is the power cable, which is hidden behind the bookshelf. And I don't use it too often, so it's just wireless printing. A pain to set up, but out of the way is nice.
It is, yes.
I am curious if I'll regret not having the scanning function, because the old one being a gigantic all-in-one had the scanner. But I figure I've got a camera, so
I use a actual scanner app on my phone, like just the ones that take a photo and it just basically looks like you've faxed it.
yeah.
It's funny because it works really, really well. Like, it's kind of crazy how well it does for, on the fly type stuff. Because it's like, I remember when I was filling out a form and they're like, oh, you need to fax it. I'm like, I don't have a fax machine. Like, I was like, I don't even know how to do that. They're like, oh, we'll just, like, they need it. Like, I couldn't send it in a regular Word doc or a PDF or anything. Like, it needed to be a specific fax. So I got this fax app on my iPhone, scanned it, and they're like, oh, yeah, sweet, that works. It's like, color,
No, Joel,
turn it black
please.
and white. They're like, oh, that's faxed. Got it.
Please go to Staples, buy a fax machine, call your local telephone company, have them install a phone line.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny,
phone.
like that. Yeah, it's like, no, it needs to be specifically black and white scanned. And like, it's funny, it scans it and has that very faxed look. Like, it even degrades the image just a little bit. Like, oh, okay, that's what you need.
Well, because, I mean, the reason is that, a fax is supposed to be more secure because you're just scanning one end and it comes out the other end. It's like, it's not like you can manipulate it in a computer.
No.
Yeah, of course not. Have you heard about that new Google program, Google Photoscan? It's a new service they just came out with where it's an app where it actually has a really funny intro video where they're talking about everybody's got like a shoebox full of old film photos, or their parents do, they never do anything with. And it's a new app that you hold up your phone and it tells you to move from corner to corner, and it takes like a continuous picture of it, like a panorama, and then gives you a high quality scan version, and then automatically will back it up to the Google Cloud.
That's really cool.
People have already done some tests with it. It doesn't look a ton better than just taking a picture with your phone, but it is automatically backing it up, and you can do some optimizations and stuff. So
at least it's just convenient.
Yeah,
but that's pretty cool.
Speaking of convenient, there's something I'm potentially excited about. Google has announced their Google Wi-Fi routers that are going to be coming out in about a month. They've already had like a router they've been selling for a while, the On Hub or something. But the new Google Wi-Fi router, it looks like a little puck, and you can buy it in a 1-pack or a 3-pack.
Oh, I have seen that.
The 3-pack is what's interesting because that's a mesh network. So
yeah.
Well, the way most Wi-Fi networks work with multiple access points is you have a transmitter, and then you have a rebroadcaster, like a signal extender. It's just taking that signal and then rebroadcasting its own new wireless network, even if it's under the same name and your device automatically hops between it. Well, Google's trying to create a mesh network where like every point kind of strengthens the others, and you can just seamlessly float from point to point, and they really are all the same network.
So this is like a torrent. Like, everyone helps share that file to make it go fast.
All the access points do, maybe. But it potentially could be really, really good for home networks. And since our home Wi-Fi kind of sucks because of, it sucks downstairs. It's great upstairs. It's great like in 3/4 of the house, but it still has a couple rough spots. I think if this is really good, and if we could do port forwarding for like ARMA purposes, I may go ahead and get us a 3-pack.
I just love going to his house that there's like, which Wi-Fi? There's like 8 Wi-Fi channels. I do not understand any of that. I can understand 2.
There's only
Because I mean,
4.
like I have one that's like a 2.4 and a 5 gigahertz or whatever. But I'm
Right.
like,
We have a 2.4 and a 5, and then we have on our extender has a 2.4 and a 5 on the Wi-Fi extender.
which one do you use? Like, why would you have 4?
So the regular router has 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, and everybody connects to that. And then downstairs, the extender has 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, which, if I'm being honest with you, is just so the PlayStation can get internet in our bedroom. That's basically the only reason. The Chromecast as well, though it was doing it's up higher in the stack, so it's able to get the Wi-Fi a little bit better. But just the signal in that end of the bedroom is so crappy. That's the reason that we have an extender down there, because our phones weren't doing too bad.
That made me think of the Xbox 360. I had one of the original ones that didn't have like the internal Wi-Fi, like you just had to connect the Ethernet and stuff. And I ended up buying like the USB Wi-Fi adapter. Did any of you guys have that?
No.
Man, I thought that was so cool.
I actually never played my Xbox online.
And then I connected the Wi-Fi.
No, I actually never played my Xbox 360 online. Oh, Shane's noticed the monitor reflection, Dave.
Oh, he's stealing your codes. Dave, now we're going to know if you're playing Gwen.
Ooh, as soon as I said something, I did notice a window go away awfully quickly.
Yeah, see that's Chrome right there. That's Skype.
Yeah. Skype, you can tell there's like a
What's that little
square.
red on the right? It kind of looks like a little red button, like you're in Gwent or something.
Oh, that's actually the CDPR logo on the poster.
Oh, okay.
You're close though. Good.
It
eye.
looks like the red button when you go use your 360 controller or whatever.
You guys just gonna see like cards shuffle by, like. Whoa,
What was that? Nothing.
I'm not buying kegs.
Ooh, speaking of which,
I should probably play that game at some point.
Yeah, man.
jump in and play.
Hey, friend matches work now, so we can help you like learn the different types of cards, which is the hardest part.
Oh, I can actually play against you guys.
Yeah.
We should do a stream. We should stream it one night.
2 of us could.
What do you mean?
You got this smirk like, I know who's he's gonna pick. That was amazing.
Oh.
I was like, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, man, I want to go back on the intros for this month and watch that again. That was perfect. Like it just clicked. All of a sudden you're like, whoa, he's gonna pick me.